What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconerizonechannel for another daily news video on this Tuesday evening for me. We're gonna talk about not the main topics or like the main news, and that's the investigations. We'll touch on that. We'll move a bit towards club football coming back, January transfer window, all those things that are still gonna happen no matter what is happening off the field. We'll touch on that. But before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, hit that bell notification, and again, like the video. But yeah, I'm gonna touch a little bit the first few minutes on what the situation that's still going on at this moment in time, at the investigations and all those things. Even today, there were some weird leaks about Emre Can's valuation and swap deals and all pointless like wiretaps that are being posted or like being pushed in the media with actually no purpose at all. Like like it's good, like it's not fun information, but like it's good to know how it worked. It still works maybe, but like especially worked behind closed doors at the club, how we did business, especially Paratici. But just in general, it adds absolutely no value to that's illegal, that's a punishment. It's valuations. So again, a lot of stories about that, a lot of leaks. Yeah, that's nothing substantial to say. Oh my god, this is bad. This is a bad look. Now, what is a bad look is the Ronaldo situation, because finally today, his lawyers officially requested the documents to look into things. Now, there are two ways to look at it, and you need to look at it two ways because nobody has nobody has the answer in terms of this is gonna happen or this is happening. The first door is, and that's what it's more looking like, to be honest, is that the club didn't put around 20 million euros on the balance sheet that they paid Ronaldo, or something in that range, something like that. Like they didn't really put that on paper, which is not a good look. It's bad. It's a bad situation. Now Ronaldo, because like me, a lot of people are thinking like he only realized now that he's missing 20 million euros. Like that's kind of weird. No, like even he's rich, but like it's 20 million euros. Like that's a season, almost a season in wages. He was earning 30 mil at us, 31 I think net. Now you're thinking about it, it sounds absolutely ridiculous, and you start to wonder how on earth did we pull that off. He was earning 31 million euros at the club, which sounds insane when you think about it. But put that aside, you're wondering, he really forgot that he was going, like he forgot he was not paid for a whole year. That's one scenario. But they can also be looking into it, and maybe because Arriva Bene and the club are saying we paid him, it's all done, but that amount cannot be found on the balance sheet. That's the entire situation basically at the moment, what they are pushing. But Ronaldo could have asked those documents in terms of, okay, my name is being put out here, I want to know what's going on, like what's happening. Because remember, months back there was a story about they're looking for a missing paper. There is a paper, but nobody can find the paper. That's the whole scenario again. Like nobody has a clue like what's going on really. Everybody's asking things, but like I think at this point we just need to wait and see. You have Lotito coming out yesterday saying, which was again shocking. Like he said, I hugged Ali because he wasn't looking good. But he also added, we shouldn't like point the finger to Juve. I don't know what's going on, but like we don't need to act that every evil thing happening in Italian football stems back to Juve, because a lot of people do business with him. He was saying a lot of people benefit in working with Juve money wise, and that's what he was basically pushing in terms of like, don't point the finger, which makes me think that they realize something is happening in terms of like a lot of teams are involved. That's one. I think that's obvious because a lot of teams have been mentioned. but also like money wise, all those things are money related. But also, I think they realize, and that's not to brag, is that if something happens to Juve, the league, I'm not saying it's gonna break down completely, but the big hit is gonna take in terms of revenue loss. It's probably will set this league back, I don't know how many years, and it's already set back to, like, in comparison with other leagues. I think that's what they're all like being so cautious. That's why they're all being like, okay, calm down, all those things, because I don't think Serie A can take that hit anymore. Like, the revenue in terms of selling the games to providers is already very poor. Like, it's not up to standard. It got worse the last couple of seasons, which I don't know how they managed to do that, but whatever. I think they're realizing that, okay, this is not a good take. It could look like we need to settle everything down. But again, I think we just need to wait. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be resolved very soon. You saw a report about the prosecutors asking to freeze €500,000 from Juve or something like that. On the 28th, they're going to ask for that. But again, the Plus Valenza thing, I think that's going to, put to the side really relatively quickly, because I have still no idea how you can prove that. Like, that's the thing media are also agreeing on, which is weird. No idea how you can prove that thing, or you cannot cap it. But that's the situation. That's that. Let's move on to a little bit of, football news, because we still need to play. And today they were back in training, or today was first day back in training. And we start off with Pogba news. No, that's not it. So he's back. He was back in training. Romeo tweeted out that he was in the gym, same as Cuadrado, and De Chilio trained partially with the team, which is so crazy. Like, he was out for a few days, a few months back, and now he's still not fit. But I don't really care about De Chilio. To be honest, he doesn't add anything. I don't think he will add anything moving forward. But Pogba is back in gym, and they are expecting him to be ready for the first game of the season. You would hope, because it's taking forever now. If he's not back for the first game, then I have no idea what's going on at this point. Because that, like, it was set in stone that he will be back basically for the Cremonese game, and now there are reports like they're doing their best. I'm like, someone is lying. Like, the club, someone is lying over here. But whatever. Zetelo Sport is reporting Allegri looks set to start with a 3-5-2 against Cremonese on January the 4th. With the return of Pogba, it's very likely that the midfield will be containing Pogba, Rabiot, and Locatelli. I think it's going to be that midfield if Pogba's fit, because Rabiot was playing out of his skin. Paredes is not playing very well, not playing at all at the World Cup. And Locatelli, he is up and down. But he's been playing relatively good the last few games. So I think that's something we're moving towards. And also the 3-5-2, I think that's a formula that kind of works for us. So I'm assuming he's going to stick with that, even when Pogba's returning, to, again, keep that thing, whatever thing you want to call it, rolling we had before the break. Also with all the things off the field, it's going to be hard to find stability in and around the club, in my opinion. So I think there's a lot of pressure on Allegri, which I'm not saying it's unfair. Like, there was pressure on him anyway. He's getting paid a lot of money to get something out of that team. And the players are saying we're thinking about the field. So, okay, you need to prove it. Go out there and pick up where you left off. And that was winning and being solid, basically. So let's see. But I do believe that's the midfield we are going towards. If Pogba's fit, especially in the early days, and then maybe moving forward, if Chiesa gets fit, Di Maria gets fit, Vlahovic gets 100% healthy, then maybe we start up, switch up formation if this team gets on some kind of roll and keeps it moving, But that's that. Then some transfer news. I think this one is from Scudetto dello Sport, but I think it was Giovanni Albanese because he was pushing that name a few days ago, saying Juve are aiming to sign Ivan Fresneda of Real Valladolid. I think he's born in 2004, I think. The player will be a backup to Cuadrado. However, Juve can only make a move in the event of a sale and risk missing out on him. Inter and Roma are also interested. I never heard of him. I've never watched him play. He's a right back. so I cannot really comment on it, to be honest. But I do believe if there's gonna be any move in this window, which maybe sounds ridiculous with the things happening, I think it's gonna be on that left right back position. I don't think we're gonna do anything else. So yeah, maybe a name to be looking out for. But again, a player from '04 coming in January and expecting to have an impact, I don't really think that's. I don't believe that's the way we're going. To be honest, I don't believe that. This sounds like a deal we could be doing in the summer rather than in January, because I think their club is looking in January for someone who have an impact, or like who could have an impact, and that is the second part, or like the second news story, Sky Italia, and that's Karstorp saying Roma intend to ask for 10 million euros for Rick Karstorp's transfer. It remains to be seen whether Juve will want to shell out as an amount for a player who would not be in Max Allegri's plans, which is already a ridiculous news report. And what was happening with the Paratici leaks, it makes it even worse. Rick Karstorp is bad. Like, he's a bang average footballer. Mourinho told him to F off. The fact that Roma is now putting a price tag on him makes it even funnier, because the whole world knows he needs to leave Roma. He needs to be out because he skipped training. And Mourinho said, don't come back. So that's a ridiculous situation. I don't know who's going to pay 10 million euros for a player in that situation. I don't know who's going to pay 10 million euros, period, for Karstorp, to be honest. But he's not a player we should be looking for. I don't think he has any abilities that will make us better. I'm not going to lie. And then the fact that Sky Italia is saying he's not on Allegri's plan, then we're not even looking at him if he's not in his plans, because it makes absolutely no sense, because that's a wage you're going to have for a player who will not play, because apparently Allegri doesn't like him, like me, basically. I don't like him as well. But that's today's news, basically. Again, it calmed down a little bit today with the reports. It will pick up soon in terms of things coming out, leaks, and actually facts coming out, and how do you want to say that, like prosecutors making claims and making statements and going to court and all those things that will come out. But it's all about wages at this point. Wages not being put on the balance sheet. That's what it is at this moment in time. That's the main thing. The Plus Valenza thing, I don't like. Again, I have no idea what to do with it. I think a lot of people have no idea how to react with it, because there are leaks, but like, yeah, it's Plus Valenza. Like, it's not illegal to overvalue things and play with the books. Like, it's not. If it was illegal, it would have been, shut down years ago, because every team is doing that. Even teams outside of Europe who are on the stock market. But that's today's news. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and we will see you back tomorrow. Ciao.